When you think of the Roman Empire, you probably picture majestic marble temples, fierce gladiators, and powerful emperors ruling the Western world. It was a civilization built on engineering, discipline, and luxury. But if you could step back in time and walk through the streets of ancient Rome, the very first thing that would hit you wouldn't be the grand architecture. It would be the smell. Because behind the glorious facade of this ancient superpower lay a massive, highly profitable industrial trade network built entirely on human urine. Yes, human waste was so valuable in Rome that emperors literally fought over it. Businessmen became millionaires from it, and it eventually led to one of the most bizarre taxes in human history. Here is the dark, forgotten story of Rome's dirtiest trade. To understand why Romans were obsessed with urine, we have to look at science. Urine contains high amounts of ammonia, and in the ancient world, before the invention of modern soap and chemical cleaners, ammonia was the ultimate cleaning agent. Romans used it for almost everything. If you wanted your brilliant white toga to stay bright and clean, it had to be washed in human urine. This created a massive industry run by people called fulones, the ancient Roman dry cleaners. Workers in these laundromats would stand all day in deep tubs filled with stale urine and dirty clothes, stomping on them for hours to break down the stains. But it gets worse. Wealthy Romans were famously obsessed with dental hygiene. And what was their premium expensive solution for whitening teeth and curing gum disease? You guessed it, importing urine. Specifically from Portugal, which was believed to be the strongest, and using it as mouthwash. Because the demand was so high, public restrooms in Rome weren't just for relief. They were collection centers. Large clay pots were placed on the streets for citizens to use, and businessmen would collect the liquid every single day to sell it to the laundromats and tanners. Seeing how much money these traders were making, Emperor Vespasian, in the 1st century AD, realized a golden opportunity. The Roman treasury was completely empty after a brutal civil war. So he enacted a radical new law, the Vectigal Urinae, the Urine Tax. From that day on, anyone who collected or bought urine from public toilets had to pay a heavy tax to the Roman government. The Roman public was outraged. People found it deeply humiliating and disgusting that their emperor was taxing their body waste. Even Vespasian's own son, Titus, confronted his father, saying that taxing something so repulsive was beneath the dignity of the empire. But Emperor Vespasian was a cold, pragmatic businessman. According to ancient historians, when Titus complained, Vespasian took a gold coin from the very first tax collection, held it right under his son's nose, and asked him if it smelled offensive. Titus replied, "No, father, it does not smell." Vespasian looked at him and uttered the legendary phrase that is still used in economics today. Pecunia non olet. Money doesn't smell. It didn't matter how disgusting the source was. Gold was gold, and it saved the Roman Empire from bankruptcy. The urine tax remained for years, funding some of Rome's most famous monuments, including the construction of the Colosseum itself. So the next time you look at the beautiful ruins of ancient Rome, remember that the glory of the empire wasn't just built on blood and marble. It was funded by the hidden, smelly secrets of its daily life. Would you wash your clothes or teeth with urine if it meant staying elite? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications for more forgotten archives of history. Until next time, keep digging deeper.